Yo guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to get 4 secret weapons into Where Winds Meet. We're going to be in the southwest region of Kaifeng, doing a hidden quest line that ends up taking us on a bit of a fun journey. For me, this was a highlight of the game so far. This quest line is going to get us 4 weapons in total: the Wingfall and Rampage Spears, along with the Triumph and Sovereign Sword. Now, there are 2 other weapons listed in the lore for the area we are headed, but they seem to be missing, and I think they might be behind another secret door we found, but couldn't find a way to the other side of it yet. We'll talk about that when we get there. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So, the first step in this quest line is going to be heading to the southwest side of Kaifeng, and we're going to be heading to this outpost here, the Old Village Ruins. Once you clear the outpost and fight the boss, who will spawn over in that direction, he's going to drop a key for you. This key can then be used on this hidden door right here. Now, this hidden door is actually going to lead to another hidden door. Now, this is where we will come upon that we need to get another key, which we did not get from the boss, but we do know where to get this one. Our next stop is going to be over here at the Jade Mirror Pond landmark teleport. Directly ahead of the teleport, we're going to see there is a cave in that direction, and that's where we're going to be heading. Once again, I'll pull this up on the map for you. Now, going through the cave, there's nothing too difficult here traversal-wise, just a lot of ladder climbing with a few enemies along the way. But you will get to this one part here where there is actually a chest in this area with an enemy. But you have to figure out how do you get to that ledge there, and it's actually quite simple. Just jump up on here, make your way up a little bit, and jump on over, and then you're going to be able to climb this next ladder. Now we're going to enter where we're going to find a key and the next door that's actually locked for us that we couldn't get through. There's the door, and I do have a theory about this door right now, but when you try to push, it says lock from the other side. So clearly we need to get into the other side here. And as you can see, we're pretty close to this martial temple. And that's what I'm wondering about this is, do we need to get into the temple? But that's a whole nother story, because you can't simply just walk into the temple. As for the key, you're going to climb this ladder here. And you will find a chest on the other side. One of the sides, I'm sorry, it's gone now since I opened it, with the other key in it for the other dungeon. So we'll be heading back there. So now we have the key and we're able to open this next door. And this is where things get really, really good. This happens to be a bit of an armory. So opening that door on the left here and dropping down, we will find us a guy who seems to be just down here selling weapons, counting weapons. He doesn't really say too much. He's talking about basically stock of weapons in the place. So if we head back up, then we go down this next drop down here. We'll see he's there, and we'll take a bit of a journey here down these hallways. And this is going to lead us to the puzzle where you have to shoot the bell with your arrow, and then you use your ability, and you're just going to simply unlock it like that. So when you enter this room, you're going to fight a bunch of enemies. There's going to be chests up above. I will go over those at the end of the video, but they're not too hard to find. But once again, dipping into the bit of conspiracy here is, you can see Memorial of Li Jun. He rebelled against Song and refused to serve in the new dynasty. He set himself ablaze when he failed, tarnishing his decorated career. He had the Blackcloud longsword and the silver spear of discipline in his possession. They are not worshipped and shall be stored in the left and right warehouses. Should they ever be used, the divine soldier shall return and the arsenal will be opened. Now, these are going to be the 2 weapons that are actually missing. Once you clear this room, you're gonna have the choice to go either left or right here, and I'll take you through both sides, but both start with an enemy here, and then there's gonna be a note talking about the weapons. So we got the Wingfall Spear, we got the Rampage Spear, the Silver Spear of Discipline is what was missing, and this is placed in the deepest part of the warehouse. Do not move it unless absolutely necessary, and well, it's just not there. Now, just quickly to the note on the other side with the swords, same thing. Left warehouse contains the following: the Triumph, the Sovereign, the 2 swords that we were able to get, and then the Blackcloud longsword. This is placed in the deepest part of the warehouse. Do not move it unless absolutely necessary. And you'll see through your journey on both sides, once you get to the 3rd weapons of that area, you'll just see that they're just not there. So let's do a walkthrough here of the sword side. Obviously, I've cleared the whole thing, so I don't have the puzzles going, but this is pretty simple. You just got to avoid the falling spikes. Nothing too hard. Some of them require you to duck and dodge a little bit, but nothing crazy. Then you can stop the spikes here with this if you want, and then you can shoot the bell and then use your Meridian Touch on the door mechanism, and that'll pop open the door, and that's where you're going to find our first weapon here, the sword. There's some enemies along the way, and we'll run through, and this is a bit of a trap section, so you're going to be looking for the jumps, basically. And you will see a chest. I think this one was right here. Yep. And you just drop down, you get the chest, and then you can jump back up through the jumps. And then you're going to find the next weapon right here. Now, this is where things get tricky. Now, once past the trap, this is where the 3rd sword would be. Now, back to the main room. We'll head to the other side with these spears. And it's pretty similar to doing the sword side of the quest. We'll be avoiding the traps. These ones are super easy to avoid. Once you get to the end, you're able to pull the lever to stop them. Then you can arrow the bell and then use your Meridian Touch on the door. That's going to bring you to our first spear, which will be located right here. Now to the next one. And this chest is going to be right there. And then this is where we'll find our second spear. And then we come to the next trap, which should lead to this one. For this one, to avoid this, you're just going to come in, go to the left. There's going to be a drop down here. There's going to be 2 pretty tough enemies down there as well. So you're going to handle them, or just avoid them if you want. You need to. Same thing here for the door. You shoot the bell, use your Meridian Touch, and this is where the 3rd spear would be. So we have 6 total weapons that we should be getting. We got 4, which is nice, but there's 2 missing. Now, coming out of these rooms basically leads you of how to get up top, where you're going to find some chests. If you do fall, you can just climb up on the statues to get back up. I did get the chest, so I can't even see them anymore. I believe there is one up there and another one in that area. But then there is a tiny little chest right up there. So the ladder is going to be right over there. For perspective, if you're coming in the room, it's on the right side. You're going to come, and there's one over here too to get up there, but didn't really lead to getting what we needed. You're just simply going to use your skill that you use to steal, and it's going to be located right over there. So as far as the locked door that we found that we needed to open from the other side, my thing here is that both of these places link to this temple. So you would think, well, we need to get in the temple. I've not been able to find a way into the temple yet. Talking to this guy, he basically says we're not allowed in, and don't ask too many questions either. I did find one more thing here in the journey, and it was over here on the side of the map on a bit of like a cliff hangover. There's 3 guys. They were trying to get to the temple. One of them got hurt. I had to heal them, and then they just disappeared. Possibly we need to find them again. And that covers everything for this hidden quest guide. Any questions or ideas about opening the other door, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe is appreciated. Thanks, guys. Peace.